Hello everyone, this is Arindam here and I'm back with yet another video. And today I want to share actually a couple of tips and tricks that would come handy while you are actually buying the match tickets for the FIFA World Cup in 2022. So without any wasting time, just let's jump onto it. And before I do that, I just want to remind you that if you haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you like the information in this video, please give it a thumbs up. So without wasting another time, let's jump onto it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is that please book your tickets through the FIFA official website. Do not book your tickets on third-party websites. There will be many third-party websites that will provide you the tickets. It's maybe that those are legitimate tickets, but the cost will be a lot higher than what you will find in the FIFA official website, because essentially they would be actually reselling the website, because they will be buying from FIFA and they'll be selling it to you. Maybe they have some quota, like they can block a certain amount of tickets or something. They are official agents or something, but most chances are that the tickets would be a lot expensive than what it would be available in the FIFA website. If you are going for a package or something like that, you could do that, but that will be exorbitant prices. But if money is not an issue for you, you can go ahead and do that. But I would recommend, for in general purpose, for most of us, I think it's best that you buy the tickets from FIFA website only. Okay, so the next tip is that FIFA actually allows you, suppose if you are applying for the ticket, it allows you to have 3 another guests per application. So if your group is more than 4, then I would suggest that it's best not to book tickets in the random selection draw, because it could be that suppose you have 8 people in the group, the first 4 got the tickets and the next 4 will not get it. So that could happen. So I think if your group is more than 4, you should ramp up and really be on top of it and try to book the tickets in the first come first service phases. So that would be just a small tip, because you don't want to disappoint your friends or whoever are going together. If you have planned the trip together, then some of you might be disappointed if you go for the random selection draw. Okay, so the next tip would be, see, there is a range of time, it is approximately a month, where you can put in your application for the random selection draw. So let's say I think last year it was the first random selection was from 14th September to I think 12th October. So it's almost a month. So it doesn't matter whether you apply on the very first day or apply on the very last day. So it doesn't really matter. So it's anytime you can put in the application, your chances of getting the tickets are the same. So don't panic if you have put in some wrong information or wrong match details. You just can cancel the application and then reapply. So it's as simple as that. Please do not panic. You can always do that. And yeah, so that's the third tip. And the fourth tip would be, so in the random selection draw, I would suggest that it's not wise to apply for the finals or the semi-finals, because everybody would be trying to apply for the finals, especially the finals actually, because the teams are in the first random selection, not in the second random selection. So the teams are not yet announced, so you don't know who is playing who in which group and stuff like that. So everyone will be targeting for the semi-finals or the finals. So it's better that you apply for maybe pre-quarterfinals or the quarterfinals, or maybe some group matches, so that you could do, so that you have higher chances of getting the tickets. But if you have already been to FIFA World Cup, or you just want to watch the best matches or the most interesting matches, so I think then you can apply for the final matches, but the chances would be slim, because there will be many competitions on that. Okay, so that is that. So the next tip would be to log into the FIFA account at least few hours before the ticketing session begins, because the sales begins in the first come first service, because it will put you in a queue, right? So if you just log in, let's say it starts at 10 p.m. If you just log in then, so you can take about more than 4 hours or 4.5 hours to actually get into the system and actually be able to buy tickets. Okay, so and by that time you do not know that whether tickets will be available or not. You might not have the tickets left for any good matches, or no tickets at all. So that could be the case. So in my case, I remember I had logged in at 2 days before the sales time actually had started. So please remember that, and at least log at least 1 hour, or at least 5 to 6 hours before the sales begin in the first come first service rounds. So that is the end of the tip. The next tip would be to always stay close to your gadgets when you are in the queue of the first come first service phases. Because let's say if you are in the queue for 2 hours or 3 hours, then you're saying that, okay, I'll just make a phone call, I'll quickly make a phone call and then come back, and you are only allowed to stay in the system for 10 minutes. So if that 10-minute goes, your whole plan for 4 years is gone, just like that. Okay, so just beware, and just stay close to your gadget, your computer, or whatever. The time actually when I was booking the tickets, I was in my office, and it was approximately, I think, about 4 p.m. or something, I don't remember exactly. And when it came actually close to the ticketing center, when I could actually buy the tickets, so I had a very important meeting to attend. I had put someone in front of the computer and said that, please call me immediately when you see that I'm able to buy tickets. Okay, so I was in the middle of a meeting and he called me, and I said, I just need to go right now, and I ran from another building and came back and bought the tickets. So maybe, I don't know, the people in the meeting thought that I might be having a terrible loose motion or something like that, but yeah, that was the case. So try to stay close to the gadget, because it's just 10 minutes window, and FIFA actually shows you a message. It says that when it's your turn, you will have 10 minutes to enter the website. That's what, quote unquote, that's what FIFA said in last time. So please remember that, and try to stay close to your gadget. Okay, so the next tip would be to research extensively on the venue that you choose. We had made a big mistake. We chose the venue Kaliningrad because we badly wanted to see the match between Belgium and England, as we thought that it would be the best possible group league match. So we did that, though it was not the best match, I would say, because half the first team did not play on the both sides. But what was more painful was that planning the trip for Kaliningrad, because we couldn't avail the free trains that were provided by FIFA, because Kaliningrad is far away from the mainland Russia, and in between there are 2 or 3 countries, Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia, and 2 of those countries, Lithuania and Latvia, did not doesn't allow non-European people to go without a visa. Not all non-European people, at least Indians I know. I had to get a Schengen transit visa to at least avail the trains that were free trains that were given by FIFA. So that was again a bit of hassle, and we thought that it will cost the visa would have costed us 8 to 9,000 rupees, and then go for interview and stuff like that. Then we thought that just let's avoid it altogether, and we bought flight tickets, and it was worth 15,000 extra. So so just do a little more of research before you actually book the tickets about the venue, where it is, how you want to get to that from your, in this case, you'll of course go to Doha first, or then from Doha how far it is, stuff like that. Just do really extensive research on that. Though Qatar is a very small country, all the stadiums are within 1 hour drive or something like that. I'll make a little detailed video on that, but please do extensive research on your the venue first before actually choosing the match. Okay, so the next tip would be, if during the if during the random selection phase, you got selected for your tickets, you are lucky enough and you got selected for the random selection draw, but no money is deducted from your bank account. So don't panic at that moment. FIFA will not let you go without paying them any money. So they would get back to you and give you an alternative way of payment. I do not know what alternative way of payment that would be, but we had extensive conversation with the FIFA help desk because we were worried about it, because so in that time the people in the help desk had reassured us that do not panic. If you are selected, people will give you enough chance to pay for your tickets. So please remember that and do not panic at that moment if you are lucky enough to get tickets in the random selection draw. Okay, so the next tip would be is to research about the currency conversion. So all the tickets would be sold in dollars, right? So whichever country you are from, if you're from India, then your rupees. From Pakistan, you still have Pakistani rupees. From Bangladesh, taka, and even from Europe, you will have to convert your currency from euro to to dollars and everything. So be aware of what the conversion rate is on that day of when you are making your payment, and also what are the charges involved from your bank point of view. What are the charges that your bank will charge you, so that there is no surprises, So for example, when we booked the tickets, so $1 was approximately 60 to 63 rupees. But after 3 months, when we were in Russia, the dollar had gone up to 70 rupees. So if it was just 3 months later we were buying tickets, we would have to pay a lot more money. It's a significant amount of money. If you are, you'll have to pay if you bought the tickets in the last phase, when after the tournament has started. So please keep these things in mind when you are buying the tickets, because all the prices would be in dollars. Okay, and one more thing is that I was reading somewhere that in 2021 to 2020 that price of dollars would rise up to 85 rupees per dollar. So that is a significant hike. Okay, so you plan your financial thing that way, so that you have enough money to to book your tickets and stuffs, and to book your flight tickets and everything. So plan wisely beforehand. That's why I'm making the video so early, like 3 years before. Okay, so the next tip would be to minutely read the rules and regulations in the FIFA website. Please do that. We initially we did not do that, and then we dedicated like 2-3 hours to do that, and we actually learned came to know a lot of new things that we did not know. We still made mistakes, but I think many of the mistakes were actually avoided just because we read the rules and regulation very minutely. Please do that. I'll try to put in as much information as possible through this website and through my website and this YouTube channel, but I would request you also to please read the rules and regulations. So with that, I would just like to end the video. I think you might have liked this information that I've provided, and if you have liked the information, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are telling you that they want to go to FIFA World Cup or something. And okay, then see you for the next one. Goodbye.